Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Baik, introduce myself. My name is Nurul Fika Ramdhani and my friend. My name is Sansi Amanda Syukur. So today we are going to talk about nonverbal communication in cross culture understanding. This topic is very important because people from different cultures often use body language differently, and sometimes that can cause misunderstanding. Next, I want to explain a definition of nonverbal communication. Content communication, body language, gestures, tone, facial expression, and distance. Meaning changes depending on cultures. Non-verbal communication is any form of communication without using words. It includes gestures, eye contact, facial expressions, and even tone of voice. For example, in Indonesia, smiling is a polite gesture, but in Japan, smiling can also hide discomfort. Jadi komunikasi nonverbal itu tidak universal. Maknanya dia itu kayak bisa berubah sesuai dengan konteks budayanya. Next, functions of nonverbal communication. Content one, complementing supports verbal message. Two, contradiction can observe spoken words. 3, regulating control conversation. 4, substituting replace words. And the last, accounting adds emphasize. Jadi nonverbal communication has five main functions. For example, when hot while saying yes, that complements the message. But if someone say I'm fine, while looking sad, that's a contradiction. It also helps regulate tone taking in conversation, yang dimana artinya nonverbal itu berfungsi memperjelas dan menegaskan makna kata. Okay, next, types of nonverbal communication. Content like table. Type description. Example: kinesis, body, movement, smile, smile gesture. Postulations, eye contact, direct or indirect. Proxemics, personal space. Close face distance. Haptics, touch handshake. Chronemies, time use, punctuality. Paralanguage, voice tone, high or low pitch. Appreciations, clothing formal or casual. Three are many types of nonverbal communication. For example, eye contact, oscillations show confidence in Western countries, but in some Asian cultures, it may seem disrespectful. The use of space in the time also shows culture values. Punctuality in Germany is a must, while in Latin cultures, time is more flexible. Jadi kita perlu memahami bahwa setiap budaya memiliki cara sendiri untuk mengekspresikan diri melalui nonverbal. And next, importance in cross-culture context. Content helps avoid misunderstanding, builds trust and respect, and the last reflects culture in the identity. Understanding nonverbal communication helps us build trust and respect with people from different cultures. It shows that we are about how others feel and communication. In CCU, this understanding is the key to empathy. Jadi, komunikasi nonverbal bukan hanya soal gestur, tetapi juga cara kita kayak menunjukkan rasa hormat terhadap seperti kayak perbedaan budaya. And I think that's all from me. And the next presenter, Selsi Amalia Syukur.
Okay, my name is Selsi Amalia Syukur. I'm the second presenter to present about non-verbal communication. Pertama, content expert Western eye contact, confident, politeness to avoid eye contact, expression, open, control, touch, command, limited, bright, guide, close. Skripnya itu culture have different interpretation. For example, Western people often show emotion openly, while in many Asian cultures, people prefer to hide strong emotion to maintain harmony. So, what is polite in one culture might be rude in another. Misalnya, for the example, kontak mata langsung dalam budaya Barat itu dipercaya sebagai bentuk percaya diri. Tapi kalau di Indonesia bisa menganggap menantang. The next common problem in cross-cultural communication. For example, yang pertama, misinterpretation, stereotyping, ethnocentrism, culture shock. Contoh yang pertama itu, these are some common problems when people from different culture communicate. Misunderstanding, gesture can cause stereotyping or even offense. Ethnocentrism, thinking our culture is superior, can also make communication harder. Yaitu penting untuk membuka diri dan belajar makna komunikasi nonverbal di lintas budaya. The next, how to improve nonverbal communication. The first, observe careful, learn local habits, be open-minded, ask politely. To improve, we must observe, learn, and respect local custom. Asking politely when confused is better than assuming. These habits help us communicate effectively in multicultural situation. Sederhananya yaitu amati, pelajari, hormati perbedaannya. Next, the next is, have you ever understanding because of body language or gesture? Let's discuss. Maybe one of you has experienced miscommunication because of gesture of facial experience. For example, when someone did smile, you thought they were angry, but they were just shy. That's common cultural difference. Nonverbal communication reflect culture. Meaning depends one context, understanding prevent conflict. To conclude, nonverbal communication is deeply connected to culture. Understanding how different people use gesture, eye contact, or time help us respect diversity and avoid misunderstanding. Jadi semakin kita memahami komunikasi nonverbal, semakin kita mempelajari komunikasi nonverbal di lintas budaya, semakin mudah kita untuk beradaptasi dan bekerja sama secara global. The next, have you to improve our nonverbal communication skill. We can follow some simple steps. For the first, observe carefully how local people behave in conversation. The second, learn local habits such as greeting style or nobody distracts. For the three, be open-minded. Don't assume that your way is the only right way, and kindly ask polite if you're unsure. For example, if you're Japan and don't know whether to bow or shake hands, it's totally fine to ask first. People usually appreciate that effort. Untuk meningkatkan kemampuan komunikasi nonverbal, kita dapat amati dulu kebiasaan lokal. Kita dapat mempelajari gaya interaksi mereka dan tetap terbuka. Kalau kita tidak yakin, lebih baik bertanya sopan kepada yang mempunyai budaya, sebab itu dirasakan dapat menunjukkan rasa hormat terhadap budaya mereka. The next, for the next, I don't like to ask a question. Have you ever had a misunderstanding because of nobody language or gesture? Maybe when someone did smile, you thought they were angry or unfriendly, but they were just shy or serious. Mungkin kita pernah salah paham karena bahasa tubuh. Contohnya, ada orang yang tidak tersenyum kepada kita, lalu kita dia marahi, padahal dia hanya pemalu. Ini contoh bagaimana komunikasi nonverbal bisa disalahartikan antar budaya. Maybe I just wanna say that I give back to moderator.
Terima kasih.
Thank you. Maybe just this from I'm and Vika kelompok to present about non-formal communication, and the last we are say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.